Hi, I'm Catherine and this is my forever home. Welcome, let me show you around. The style of the home, it's very classic. There are nods to the French era, to Georgian, to Italian, to Moroccan. And what is a European home without trimmings and beautiful wainscoting? So our home has a really classic feel, obviously, as you've seen now. Our designer had nominated the Intrim IN13 inlay mould for all the walls and the wainscoting throughout the house. I love it. I'm thrilled with the way this came out, particularly because we want some artwork in the house. We want to nod to, our favourite pieces and our favourite artists, and these inlay moulding just frame these pictures beautifully. So this is the kitchen. This is the room I spend most of my time in, and it was really important to us not to have window coverings on our kitchen windows. So we deliberately didn't cover these windows. I think they're stunning and I love looking at them, and I also love looking through them. So we've put the Intrim window sill on this, and we've curved it with the same Architrave 1063. I use the sills as well to place little things on them and to dry the kids' bottles and things like that. One of the things about having a huge gallery kitchen is that it takes up so much blueprint of the house, but it's really important to have passageways to other spaces in the home. For example, concealed entry doors and little passageways that allow access to different areas. It also means I always win in hide and seek because nobody knows that I'm behind the joinery panel. And the joinery panels obviously do tie in perfectly with the Intrim inlay mouldings, and it creates this really uniform space that's beautiful to look at and also super duper practical as well. One of the biggest design features of this home is obviously the arches. We've got a lot of repetition and symmetry in the house, which was a nod to the Georgian era. We have created, with our beautiful 11-foot ceilings, these incredible archways that we wanted to make sure they stood out, and they wouldn't have stood out so beautifully if we hadn't framed them with these incredible Intrim moulds. This is the SK1063 profile, and we've finished them off all the way around. Intrim have done an incredible job with the custom Architraves, and they've custom made them tailored for our beautiful arches, and they're lovely and we're really happy with them. They tie in very nicely with the matching skirting boards, and they're anchored perfectly with the skirting block in between the architrave and the skirting. Here we're in my son's room, and we didn't have the space in here to put humongous windows, but these curved architraves even work perfectly on a small narrow window frame, and it just feels like a chapel in here. It's just beautiful and spiritual and just amazing. I love being in this space and he loves it too. Welcome to our master bedroom. This is our sanctuary. You'll notice on the walls we've continued the Intrim wainscoting throughout, even through the bedrooms, just to keep the luxury feel in the bed suites as well. You will notice on the walls that the panelling on either side is not symmetrical. That's an intentional design move. It's so that we could center the bed in the middle of the room rather than in the middle of the wall, and still allow the spacing on either side. One of the challenges in the master bedroom was the arch window was going to sit on the floor, and that in itself had its own problems. It meant that the light would come in under the window covering, and we didn't want that to happen. So Intrim offered us this incredible product. It was actually a team effort between the builder and the interior designer and Intrim, and they all collaborated to come up with a solution for these windows. And they came up with this Sill Nosing, which meant that the frame of the window is not sitting on the ground, nor is the glass. So we can cover the windows beautifully, and it frames the window perfectly and still looks really fantastic and deliberate. Here we are in the master ensuite. As you can see, we've concealed the shower and the toilet, so this room still feels beautiful, doesn't feel sterile like a bathroom can. The Intrim inlay mould is FJ Pine. It's not MDF, so it's not going to swell. It works really well in a bathroom, but of course we've got an excellent fan as well to suck up all the moisture, just in case. Intrim have such a wide range of products. It was so great to be able to order these samples online and confirm our design selection.